All right, Hangout on Air is live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to So Many Levels, a D&D podcast where we're going to play some live Dungeons & Dragons.
Yay!
Yay! I'm Christiana Ellis, the Dungeon Master, and I've got new glasses on.
Nice.
They're adorable. I love them.
Tonight, our players are Chooch Schubert as Autocree.
Good evening.
Sans video this time around. Starla Hutchton as Nira.
Greetings and salutations.
And Vivid Muse as Amethyst.
Hello, everybody.
Likewise, audio only this time around. Trying to save on some bandwidth. You know, it's running out. It's a limited resource, you guys. You better,
yeah, I know.
You better be, be aware and conserve or something.
Totes rationing.
Hey, look, there's some people in the chat.
Start recycling bits.
Jet and Paulette. Hi, ladies.
Okay, so we left things on a little bit of a cliffhanger for you guys.
We're gonna die.
You want to let's tell the audience. So, what happened to you guys last time?
We were being big damn heroes. We decided that instead of dragging the Hobgoblin army into Villanacta or around the countryside behind us, causing, I don't know, hurting trees and pastures and flowers and I guess probably some humans and shit too. So we decided that instead we would just go straight to the Hatching Phoenix.
Well, we had a deal with the Dragonborn?
Mm-hmm.
That? Yeah. Madrigal. That we would leave the city and go to the Goblin Army. And she gave us some information on the guy. She had a goblin that she beat up for reasons, I guess. And
then we went and we met the Hatching Phoenix. Well, first we met some guards and agreed we didn't need to be bound up
or disarmed.
Yeah.
We still got our stuff.
We're heading into an army. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, we got to see this massive army and this massive bad guy, the Hatching Phoenix.
He's
who looks
salty.
very impressive, and he's really pissed off because he is indeed the hobgoblin that I commanded to grovel in the second episode, and we tied up.
It was actually episode 3, but yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, they don't like that.
Salty hobgoblin.
Like, really, really don't like that. And he's supercharged now with my demon, and we're gonna kick his ass.
Yeah.
Well, he has detractors as well, so let's not forget about that. We dropped the false phoenix code word, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the big guy, the whatever, the Untouchable or whatever his name was.
It was Bolter, the Untouchable.
Him. Kind of raised an eyebrow over it, so got his attention anyway.
Voltar?
Doltur, D-O-L-T-U-R. It's fine to not remember because it was the scout captain who gave you that name 3 episodes ago. So just one additional note, Archie, is that I am not confirming that he is supercharged by your demon.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying that I have not said who it is, and so
yeah, it hasn't been confirmed, but
But in his righteous tiefling mind, that's who it is. I can tell you that much.
Autocree doesn't necessarily want to just jump into a fight. He's doing the taunting and insulting in the hopes that the rebels will just instantly jump and take the guy out.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
But you got an eyebrow raise. You did get an eyebrow raise. So the advantages that Madrigal gave us, Starla, other than the false phoenix reference, is there anything else? Because I don't remember anything else. That may be relevant. Since we're facing it.
Yeah, I don't think so. Just
Okay.
that we need to take him down, cut him down to size a little bit, and the hope is that his detractors will jump in and kind of pound the piss out of him the rest of the ways.
Yeah, that was the key intelligence that the exiled hobgoblin gave you, was that not everybody in the Legion likes him, and most of them only follow him because they're scared of him. So if they were less scared of him, maybe they would express their unhappiness more freely.
Yeah. Yeah. Viv
So
and I were
asked-
kind of talking about the situation and realized, we had
Obsessing.
we had the wagon ride, we had our long rest and stuff. So we probably would have been talking about what's going to happen. So we'd kind of started a little email chat between us characters and left the DM out and did some strategy planning and stuff.
Sure.
But there were some finer points that I think we might want to talk about, like retcon discussion.
Well, when you say retcon, what do you mean exactly?
Well, not just that this is the conversation we would have had
Oh, yeah. So
as we were
you're
around the fire
imagining-
before the fight. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a flashback.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We should more like we really shoulda instead of a. It's like yes, we should have done.
What we would have said.
Mhm.
Or not said, but at least.
Well, because going in, we didn't know really what we were going to go up against, though, is the thing. And now that we know.
Yeah, I think it's like I said to Christiana in the email. I was like, I think Amethyst would have been smart enough to figure this out on the wagon ride, but I haven't been. So, yeah. So let's I was asking Nira, of the different buffs that are available under the enhance ability spell that I have. If there were any that stood out to her to Nira.
Well, I'm always about like getting extra hit points. So
Yeah.
that bear's endurance
Okay.
does have a certain appeal, but if I knew better like what this guy could do, it'd be easier to decide that. But we don't, so
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and like Archie was saying, the one he chose is the wisdom's owl. No, wisdom's owl. Owl's wisdom,
Owl's wisdom.
which has an advantage on wisdom checks.
If there's any way that this is actually that same hobgoblin from way back when, then I'm thinking he turned into some kind of spellcaster, and he's probably going to try to do to me what I did to him.
Yeah.
So extra wisdom would be nice.
Right. I mean, I've already got like an insight proficiency, and my wisdom is fairly high. I have a +3 just to wisdom.
Mhm.
So probably okay.
So for you, it's bear's endurance, which has
that's right.
the advantage on Constitution checks, plus a gain of 2d6 temporary hit points lost when the spell ends, and the spell lasts for up to an hour.
Right.
Oh, wait. Does it say wisdom check for Owl's wisdom?
Wisdom checks. Yeah, this is all checks.
So that's not a saving throw. It won't help.
No, this is an ability enhancement. So it's
So
I feel like I would expect enhanceability to work for both checks and saving throws.
oh right, because it's the actual ability. Yeah. Makes sense.
It does say advanced on Constitution checks. Because it doesn't say
reads.
saving throws, and usually it will say both if it means
right.
both.
Yeah.
However, I'm going to interpret it liberally and say that I think it makes sense that it would apply to both.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think that would be helpful.
Owl's wisdom for you, and bear's endurance for Nira.
Yeah, I think so. I think that because Archie has a considerably higher armor class than either of us, so I think that'll probably do me the most good.
Okay. So that's a spell. It uses a first, or is it second level? It uses a second level spell slot. So let me know if you think that that's going to be useful enough to expend that, or
I would
if
focus
guidance-
on Archie and giving him that first.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, I think he'll be the target since,
I'm hoping to be able to keep his attention.
Draw the fire.
Take it. Okay. And then we did a lot. We already talked about the that one. Was there anything else that you had, Chooch? I'm sorry, Archie.
No. I was hoping for if there was a way. I don't know. I mean, it seems if we're going to have to fight, that I think the smart path may be not to fight to try to kill him, but to incapacitate him. So if we can hold him in place or bind him, or if I could actually command him again, though if it is the same guy, he's probably has some protection against that. But I think that would really show the army, if we could just confine him, then we could say, look, we offer you a gift, this imposter, and maybe that's enough to do it.
Some time to let the false phoenix reference sink in and let them see that, if they do speak up, that we are going to be able to handle it, that they're not just going to speak up for us and then we're going to crumble. So we have to show them that we are, somebody that can stand up to him.
Right.
Without triggering a fight with him before we have hopefully some sort of backup. I have a level 3 spell that I've got ready called Slow, which should be pretty sweet for that. But I don't know that I have really anything else that will, slow him down or delay him from if he starts an attack. I don't have anything now that would hold him down.
Yeah, I've got like I said,
other than Cupcake.
I have access to silence, but I need a long rest to equip it.
Yeah.
So, and that would, I'm not gonna be able to use anything cool like call lightning maybe lightning, but the thunder wave wouldn't work on him. But
right, no sound, yeah.
Right. But or shatter, I think either wouldn't work. But if I can cast silence on him, he can't cast any spells with a verbal component. So. But,
and I won't be able to smite him as I battle, because I do have to say a few words to invoke the power.
After a long rest, I would be able to, one of the things that Archie mentioned was at one point was that he probably was able to do a lot of fire damage. Is that something that you think is a concern also, Nero? Because I can study a spell called Create or Destroy Water. So if he sets anything on fire, I would be able to put it out if it's within range. But I just don't know.
I have access to that as well, but I'm not worried about the thing that I'm worried about getting set on fire is me.
Well, yeah, I'd be able to but you're one of the things I'd be able to put out a fire. It's like water would put fire out on you too, unless I guess it's magical.
Yeah, I may not do anything, but
which is more likely the case.
It's just a complete guess. It's a gamble too.
Extinguishing exposed flames in the area. It doesn't say anything about not being magic. About not being able to be magic.
To answer that, basically, the way I would interpret that is that if something was just on fire and that's it, it would put that out. However, if there is an active spell creating fire and not just setting a fire and then done, if there is something that is conjuring fire, then as long as both spells are active, the fire might be suppressed, but it would return as soon as the water is gone.
Gotcha.
So that's how it would work for magical fire. So if something is just on regular fire and it's just flames, that would go out just like any fire. But if a spell is conjuring it, then it will continue to do so as soon as the water stops suppressing it.
Gotcha.
Just looking at what else I have.
So I think that actually might be useful if we think there's a strong fire. I can't remember what your logic was on the fire, Archie.
I was just
think there's
thinking of
probably better
different.
uses.
Yeah.
Sorry? You think what?
I had been thinking that there may be different, trying to think of like if he were to change to some sort of sorcery, how would that happen? And given how things have been working out, I felt it may be a fiendish power. So that was my fire assumption.
Because I've got that option, that spell as an option, but I don't know.
So I should probably give you guys some choices for some of this stuff that I've got access to as well. So right now for my level 3, I've got Spirit Guardians and Mass Healing Word on top of Call Lightning and Sleet Storm, which I get automatically. Now I have things like Dispel Magic. So like if he casts something on Archie, then it won't actually hurt Archie to, break that thing.
Yeah, I have that accessible also. I think one of us should take it for sure. What level is that for you?
3. And I only have 2 spell slots there, so.
Yeah, me too. So what are the 2 that you chose for level 3?
Mass Healing Word and Spirit Guardians.
Ooh,
So
Mass Healing Word. That sounds delicious.
I'm a little I don't really know about Spirit Guardians. I'm a little confused about how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Basically, kind of like the conjured animals, these fey spirits kind of show up and they hover around you for a distance of 15 feet. And let's see, you can declare which of your allies or any other creatures in the area are unaffected by them. But if anything is affected, when they try to move in that area, they'll go half speed, and then they would have to make a wisdom saving throw. And if they fail, they take they take a bunch of damage. So basically you have these spirits hovering all around you, attacking anything and damaging anything that tries to come near you and slowing it down.
That's right.
So I think maybe the Hatching Phoenix is going to do his things are going to be distance primarily. So that might not be a great choice for right now. Now I also have access to protection from energy, which that's anybody that I touch has resistance to 1 damage type of my choice, I guess. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. So that's not necessarily like melee damage or something like that. Poison damage, it's one of those.
Right.
The phase, if it comes to, if we have to do a full-on battle, then I have to get up close to be able to really hurt him. So,
right.
if they were
And just to clarify too,
no, you said she gets to declare the.
The Spirit Guardians too it's a 15-foot radius around you. So if you move, they come with you.
Gotcha.
Oh, cool. So for level 3, I think in this situation for the kind of thing that we're talking about, I think that I'm down to probably the 3 most useful being conjure animals, which we've been talking about. It's similar to, I've been pestering Christiana in email all week.
Well, it's a confusing spell, as you mentioned in your email. The exact way to interpret some of the rules in it are
controversial.
There's a lot of disagreement on that, but we kind of settled where we were going to come down on that, which is basically I let you pick the kind unless I don't want to.
That works fine for me. So Starla, Nira, conjure animals is kind of like the guardian spell. It allows me to summon up to a challenge rating of 2, however many animals meet that. So, or fey creatures that behave as animals, and that's the kind of
you can just think about it as animals. It's just they don't have to have been real animals that were nearby. They kind of poof out of thin air.
Right. And so with a CR rate, a challenge rating of 2, which it reads in everything as CR rating, or CR, that lets me get like 8. I can summon 8 creatures with a 1/4 challenge rating. So the kind of things I've been looking at is like wolves have a lot of respect for that because they have pack instincts that come into play when there's more than I can't remember if it's just more than 2 or what, but
they have to have one other of their, an allied creature adjacent to the same enemy.
Okay. So, gotcha. So I was thinking 4 wolves because they fight well, and like the research I've done, they're pretty well respected for their attacks, and also I just love this idea so much. I hope it works out. But giant owls, because if you use the help action, then you can utilize them to benefit your actions, but they also give you kind of like a furry wall of defense.
Ooh.
And they can carry us out. They can carry hundreds of pounds each. So while like we couldn't ride them like mounts on saddles and stuff, we could be carried out. And so that's one thing I'm looking at, or that's the thing I feel like I really need to have ready. And then the next 2, are you there, Starla? You're not moving on my screen.
No. Yeah, I'm here. I'm reading things and trying.
Oh no, it was like I think it froze
I
on
think
you
it's
or
our
something like.
bandwidth setting. It's not updating thumbnails so that it saves bandwidth.
Yeah, sorry. But so the other one is Dispel Magic, which and then the third one is Slow, which alters time around up to 6 creatures of my choosing in a 40-foot cube within range. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be affected by this spell for the duration. The affected target's speed is halved. It takes a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and it can't use reactions. On its turn, it can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn. If it attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. It may or may not take effect until the creature's next turn. So that's one I really, really like. But then there's also Dispel Magic, which has the strengths that you already talked about. Let's see,
Very
it's
cool.
choose 1 creature, object, or magical effect within range. This is Dispel Magic. Range is 120 feet, which is nice. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of So yeah, Dispel Magic. It just says Dispel Magic. Doesn't really explain it beyond that.
I don't think Mira finished her list.
What?
I don't think Mira had finished her.
Well, those are the 3 that I'm down to. So if that helps you decide on your end.
So I also have Bestow Curse, and that's got a couple of different things that it can do. But one, let's see. It says, while this target is cursed, your attacks and spells deal an extra 1d8 necrotic damage. But there was also, hold on, where did I see it? Disadvantage on 1 ability score. Let's see. And while cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of its turn. At the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing. Which, how funny would that be? Oh, hey, you can't actually do anything.
Just sit there and you'll like it.
So that's a possibility rather than spirit guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's Dispel Magic, of course. There was Remove Curse, which could be helpful as well. So, but I am going to hang on to Mass Healing Word because I think that'll be... So I've got 1 spell slot that I have to fill in. So that's kind of the choices there. So Remove Curse, Bestow Curse, and I guess Dispel Magic. Do we have feelings on it?
That sounds pretty good.
I think cursing him sounds like a whole lot of fun.
I think either curse or decurse, curse removal on, because you know he's gonna be cursing at you.
Right. Because I can just do, the Sacred Flame cantrip. It's not going to hurt him too much.
Yeah, I can do what was it, poison spray also on him. That's a cantrip as well. So
Christiana, if
Yes.
I do something like Sacred Flame, can I say it's like can I specify that is it
The
just
strength.
on or off?
can she set the flow?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, because with other things, you've said that we can do them so they're non-lethal. So I don't know if
yes.
so I could say I just want to hit him for 1 hit point and take that.
Non-lethal only works for melee attacks.
Okay.
Because otherwise, if you think about it, like how could you make a ranged fireball
Right.
knock someone out instead of killing them, right?
Right.
But like with a sword, you could say you hit them with the edge of the blunt part of the blade, right? Or
Right.
the pommel or
Okay.
something. Yeah. One additional thing, make sure you guys remember, if you weren't already aware, is because you guys are level 5 now, your damaging cantrips like Sacred Flame, like Poison Spray, do more damage now.
Ooh.
Right, I'm
Ooh.
super excited about that.
Did I know that?
It says that in the spell description.
Huh.
Very cool.
Why do I not? There it is.
So,
Oh,
for
sweet.
example, Sacred Flame, the spell's damage increases by 1d8 when you reach 5th level, 2d8.
Yes.
And a lot of the damaging cantrips are the same way.
Excellent. Okay.
Well, my poison spray would do 2d12 damage then. Wah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because would Sacred Flame even help Archie? Because it's fire?
Well, but if he is cursed in that way that, he's not in control of himself, if he takes damage, he has the potential to break out of that.
No, right. I remember that part, but I mean, the fire damage thing is, because I told him I could do my fire attack on him and he said it probably wouldn't be worth it.
Oh, right, because it is a targeted spell attack. It uses I'm trying to think of the other word. It's not a saving throw based. It's a ranged attack. And my armor class is now 20, so it's going to be really hard to hit me.
Yeah.
Right. And Sacred Flame is a dexterity saving throw, I think.
Yeah, so I'd be more susceptible to that.
Right.
Okay.
Especially because he has a disadvantage on... No, that's disadvantage on stealth checks, not dexterity with your armor.
Right.
But...
Well, cool. So we both have something to hit him with.
There's always my Warhammer, too, so just knock him, but,
We don't want you that close. We want you far away. So let me take one quick look at my spell list to make sure that was what questions I had. So I still
I was
have...
trying to show Luna crawling up on the desk, and I dropped my secondary camera off of my...
Oh.
Pay no attention to the lady behind the camera. None of this concerns you. Go about your business.
So I still have Cure Wound, which I think I can heal at a higher slot level. Yeah, when you cast a spell using a slot level of 2nd level, the healing increases by 1d8. So,
so that's different than the cantrips or whatever that just automatically you get more damage. Casting at a higher slot level, make sure you remember you are using that higher slot level.
Totally, yeah.
But it's nice to have that flexibility for something, say, like Cure Wounds or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Instead of casting it twice. And then I've got Earth Tremor, which is 10 feet around me. It knocks. There's a chance for knocking prone. It's difficult terrain. And I've got Purify Food and Drink. Still, I've got Speak with Animals. That might come in handy at some point soon. I'm not sure. It depends. Kind of is another question that I have for Christiana on the Conjure Animals. But
Okay.
I also have, let's see, that's just helpful. I still have the group Pass Without a Trace, which is group masked detection. It's a +10 dexterity, and we can't be tracked without magic. It's not useful.
It's a +10 to stealth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Stealth, not
Did I say
any
dexterity? Sorry.
Yeah,
Stealth.
just make sure it's not +10 to any dexterity, because that would be a little
No,
overpowered.
I typed it wrong like a dummy.
Sure. That's all right.
Can't be tracked without magic, so that would only be useful without it being the Hatching Phoenix. So do you think that's something that I should need if we're going to go into the fight round next, or should I pick something different? Because there's some other good choices. I could choose Lesser Restoration, which touch a creature and can either end one disease or condition afflicting it, can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. I just don't know if any of those are going to be...
I have a scroll of that for that.
Yeah.
So
okay.
The Pass Without Trace is literally going to only come in handy if you guys are trying to hide from something.
Right. Yeah, so it would be like on an escape situation.
Yeah. So you guys, you decide if that's what you want, but that's what it's for.
Right. But so that's one that I've got listed that I feel like I could trade out, since it doesn't look like we're going to be able to sneak off anytime soon.
Remember, Pass Without Trace, I think, was one that your staff gives you. That's not on doesn't count from your spells. No,
because Lenamara can do that.
Oh, sweet.
So that would be on the druid list anyway. But what I'm saying is that you always have that one because of the Lenamara staff.
How the hell do I not have that in my notes?
Oh,
dummy. Me pointing at me, dummy.
So what I am telling you though is that you can keep Pass Without Trace on there, but you don't have to count that for your number of spells known.
Well, hell, I'm a spell short. Okay.
Same for Goodberry and
Druidcraft.
Druidcraft. Yeah, those are the other two that the staff can do.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, I've been wasting a spell slot this whole time. Oh.
Well, not a slot, but just,
well, yeah.
You've had one more spell prepared.
Right.
Not that ever would have come in handy, right, guys? So then if I drop the dropping Pass Without a Trace, it's not an if anymore. I can pick up like, so Chooch, you can do similar to Lesser Restoration.
You've got a scroll, right?
Yeah. But then that leaves me with Silence and Hold Person. Two different ones. Hold Person has a duration of up to 1 minute. I know that you guys were talking about holding him down. Choose a humanoid. Is a hobgoblin a humanoid?
Yes.
Okay. I wouldn't have guessed that. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
So anything that's got 2 arms, 2 legs, so humans, halflings, dwarves, elves, hobgoblins, regular goblins.
Gotcha. Non-monsters. They're all as long as they're non-monsters.
Let me double check that to make sure that goblins are. Yeah. Those are all humanoids.
Okay.
Yeah. Goblinoid is a subset of humanoid.
Okay. So Hold Person says that they're paralyzed for the duration, but it doesn't say that they're silenced.
Right.
Paralyzed literally means they cannot do anything. Well, okay. No. Let me qualify that. Let me pull up the actual 100% legit just definition of paralyzed. It's pretty good though.
Super.
Wow,
so I could have been going
really
in
long time.
I know. I'm thinking it's a good thing you guys are spending this time on the wagon ride.
Sent the email.
Well, but the other. Never mind. There's an additional wrinkle I won't get into. Okay.
Oh Lord, no more wrinkles.
A paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. Creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and any attack that hits the creature is an automatic critical hit if you're within 5 feet.
Yeah, I would take that one because I can slot in Silence. I don't have access to Paralyzed, so
and we don't even need Silence unless Paralyzed fails.
Yeah, that's actually called Hold Person, but Paralyzed.
Hold Person.
Okay, so
I do have access to that one.
yeah. So I think you guys could continue to kind of circle around for a while.
Yeah.
But
I'm good now.
but what I'm saying is like right now you guys have prepared what you have prepared.
Right.
Right.
If you arrange to get a long rest or something, then you can have additional conversation about what
Right.
you're actually picking at that
I
time.
think we need to do that because we
Yeah.
need to switch up to
I
the.
think
Well,
I think we should do that every long rest. I wish we'd been doing it all along. I think it would have
Yeah.
been, good, but it just gets a little, there's a lot of stuff to try and figure out. But yeah, I'm totally good now. I just didn't want to be as unprepared as last time for.
Well, in some ways,
Yes.
having to make do with what you've got is the way that you learn to pay attention to that.
Right?
Yeah. All right. So, with the strategy done back in the flashback, we return now to the present. It's mid-afternoon on a cool early autumn day. It's blue sky. There's some fluffy white clouds, and a whole bunch of hobgoblins all around you guys. You've been brought into the war camp. They've got kind of a tent pavilion. They've rigged up trenches with like wooden spikes to make it defensible. Off in the distance, you saw more. So you were kind of in the thick of it now, and so you were brought before what looks like perhaps the command tent in the center of this particular little complex. And before you now stand the hatching phoenix in his robes, and I've forgotten the name that I just told you guys. Doter. Is that what I said?
Doltor.
Doltor. Yes, sorry.
Doltor, the
I
Untouchable.
just said it a little bit ago. Doltor the Untouchable, which is basically the hatching phoenix's second in command. And so they came out to say, "Oh, hey, sup?" And you guys had this conversation where basically you're just talking with the hatching phoenix. He made it clear that he intends to destroy you guys, and you had a little bit of a touchy first conversation, but we rejoin now as the hatching phoenix has just sworn to destroy you, seize new power, and remake the world.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired and unimpressed.
Oh, are you tired? Long journey?
A bit.
Well, I'm an honorable hobgoblin after all. I am prepared to fight you at your best. So, by all means, we have a tent prepared for you. Take all the time you like. Be ready.
What should we say here, guys? Pistols at dawn?
I think midnight. That will be long enough for a long rest, incidentally. I propose midnight.
I think that's acceptable.
I suppose.
Good. So, then, take all the time you need. Rest up your weary bones, and be prepared to defend yourselves. For I want everyone here, all these witnesses, to observe that I challenge my opponents in a fair fight. I grant them honor, and I will destroy them, demonstrating once and for all that I am the true worthy wielder of this power and the true worthy ruler of this legion.
Tired. Must be all the hot air.
What was it you called him, Nira? A false phoenix instead
Yeah.
of a hatching phoenix? I think maybe.
You think to throw me off or tempt my soldiers by tossing around words? See how much good they do when the time comes. For now, Captain, See that they are given a tent and that they are guarded thus that they do not flee before our appointed time. And then
We're not fleeing.
He turns around and he just walks right back into the tent, closes the flap behind him. The warlord stands there just for a little bit longer, just looking at you. He's giving you kind of a long, kind of maybe disapproving, maybe, but hobgoblin faces just kind of look like that. He's giving you the toe-to face appraisal look, arms folded. And then he goes back into the tent as well. You are approached by a hobgoblin captain who says, "This way." And are you following him?
Yeah.
Sure, thank you.
So he leads you just down one of these little central paths. As you go, you pass a couple of things. One is a big open area that has been cleared of everything except some kind of a weird sort of black stone table. But there's nothing else in there, which is a little weird because otherwise this use of space in this camp is very efficient.
Can I make a religion check on if I know what that table is?
Yes, go ahead.
Scroll back up here. I can never remember what all my things are.
Casting guidance.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be a little bit stricter on that as we go. So these sorts of on-the-fly rolls, it doesn't really make sense for.
Oh, so I got a 15 plus I have the +3 and +2, so 20.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you recognize it definitely looks like an altar. It's pretty crude, but it seems like the kind of thing that is often used to make offerings on.
No subtle blood stains or anything like that going on.
Well, it's pretty dark. It's dark stone and you're not that close to it. So you can't really see from where you are. But one of the other things you pass on your way to this tent that you're being led to is you see a kind of a makeshift stockade. It's not got full cages or anything, but you do see a couple of dozen humans and halflings obviously being held prisoner by hobgoblin guards. And so you are led past that, and the hobgoblin captain who is guiding you shows you to a tent that looks very much like many of the others you see here. But as he holds open the flap, you see that it's empty inside, and he says, "Your tent will be guarded. Do not attempt to escape."
Oh, we wouldn't dream of it.
All right. So he allows you to enter the tent, and presuming you do, he closes the flap, and you are now alone in the tent. It's currently, it's not pitch black because it's still daylight outside, and there's some light seeping through the canvas of the tent, but there is no source of light currently in the tent.
Viv, you want to... Oh, we have lanterns or something, don't we? Do we? In our packs? Big Explorer's pack?
I don't know. I can cast Produce Flame, though. It's a cantrip.
Like I said, it's not too dark to see. It's just...
Right, but it will be eventually.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, it's dim light now.
Cool.
All right.
Wow. So it really is the same guy.
That's incredible. Well, they really do hold grudges, don't they?
Yeah, I never knew anything about hobgoblins really, so good to know. Honor, grudges. All right.
Honor over living.
So we discussed before sort of spread out to avoid larger area of effect spells.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right, so I am going to go ahead and start loading up my spells that we discussed.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I am going to slot in, for level 1, I'll have Guiding Bolt, Inflict Wounds, and Healing Word. Level 2, I've got Prayer of Healing, Spiritual Weapon, and Silence. And level 3, I've got my Call Lightning and Sleet Storm, plus I have slotted in Bestow Curse and Mass Healing Word. Does that sound good?
That's
Sounds good.
Always wanted to curse someone for real.
Right. Yeah. So I think I've got Guidance, Produce Flame, Pass Without a Trace. Obviously those. Poison Spray, Produce Flame. For my level 1s, I'm going to choose Cure Wounds. I think I'm going to keep Create or Destroy Water. I think I'm going to drop Healing Word. I was going to select it, but I don't think I will if you're going to have Mass. Because I've already got Cure Wound. So I'm trying to decide from my other level 1 spells. I don't know. What?
Well, of usefulness, it's mostly my combat, obviously. But I do have Zone of Truth. 15-foot
Zone of
radius
Truth.
sphere. People have to make a charisma saving throw, or they have to tell the truth. And if we could get him to admit that he's scared,
Do you really think
or-
he's scared?
but that could right, exactly. That could backfire.
Yeah, I think he's too passionate for anything to not feel like the truth to him. So I don't know that I trust
He's
that
got
for him.
way too much of an ego. Like he thinks
Yeah.
he's gonna kill us. So yeah, I don't know that I would take that one. Anything else that you've got?
No, not
Special?
really. I mean, protection from evil, and he seems evil.
Probably. I think that's a safe bet.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide my 4th level 1 spell though. Could either of you use Jump or Long Strider? I've also got Fog Cloud. You said you're taking Thunder Wave?
I automatically have Fog Cloud and Thunder Wave as
Okay.
a Tempest Cleric.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I've got for level 1, it's Guiding Bolt, Inflict Wounds, and Healing Word for me.
Okay. And I think I'm going to just take Entangle as another non-damage hold. Because I don't really see anything else that's going to be more useful.
Oh, it looks like protection from evil only protects you from celestials, aberrations, elementals, fae, fiends. So I don't think he's a fiend yet.
Right.
I kind of have to wonder if he's like partially possessed. Like if that's why he has that power. But he did take it like purposely. Like he accepted that willingly and not. I don't think it's like the case of like in Durania where they had the spiders that crawled out of their foreheads, which is way gross.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nira, what was your 2nd, 3rd level spell?
Well, I have Shatter and Gust of Wind automatically. For 2nd level, I chose Prayer of Healing, Spiritual Weapon, and Silence.
And what was level 3?
I automatically have Call Lightning and Sleet Storm, and I chose Bestow Curse and Mass Healing Word.
Okay. Then I think I'm going to take Dispel Magic over Slow.
Everybody make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, they're listening in on us. Damn it, I even thought about that earlier. Oh, that did not go well. Okay, yeah, I rolled a 4. Nothing's going to help me.
My
4
perception.
plus...
Mine's 5.
Oh, it's -1, so 16.
Okay, so
10.
Archie, you hear footsteps that in some ways you're especially attuned at the moment to hear this type of footstep because it is the sound of someone's footsteps who is wearing full plate armor. The footsteps approach and move to the front of your tent, and then you hear a deep, gruff voice say, "Prepare yourselves, I enter." Then the flap flips open and enters the Dultur, the Untouchable. Just enters your tent, stands there with his arms folded, and he says, "How did you come to know the words?"
A little birdie.
One of your fellows was persuaded, not by us. We were given the information secondhand. In a sort of trying to get us to come here of our own volition. So that is how he and this other hobgoblin, he ended up in the Lanakta and was taken by some interesting people who then brought it to our attention.
Was it Kethek?
Did I know his name? I don't think we
Yeah,
were
we
told.
did. Yeah, I think that's right.
When you say persuaded, how?
Do we know?
We don't know. He looked like he had some wounds, but they had healed somewhat. So I don't know what happened before we got there, or if it happened somewhere else.
He was treated poorly before his exile. I would imagine any wounds that were 3 days healed were those.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, then what is your purpose really coming here? Have you simply come to fight and die?
Well, we were trying to keep the army from slaughtering hundreds of innocent people in Villanocta.
And the town that surrounds it.
And how do you think to prevent that?
Well,
We didn't have a lot of choice.
I mean, it was this Hatching Phoenix person was asking for us. So we thought we would come here and deal with him to save the town. I mean, he's clearly mad. He's clearly mad. He's clearly possessed. Or at least controlled.
At that, like, he says, "What do you know about it?"
I have a lot of knowledge of demons and devils. I mean, you can see I've done much studying, and he shows all of the traits of somebody who is being controlled.
The glowing red
darker
eyes
force.
are a kind of a giveaway there.
And he may think he is taking on power to better, or at least he says he's taking on power to better hobgoblins in your clans, but these creatures do not. They strike bargains, they break bargains, and it will be your whole demise if he gains more power. It will not be in Hobgoblin's sake.
No,
it's all for his own gain.
He answers to another master.
And yeah, and there is no way that those deals ever work out for mortals. They are always betrayed and will be used as a tool for the demon or devil's ends, not for the individual's ends.
Which means you're being a tool of the demon.
Dultur, the Untouchable, is nobody's tool.
Well, to follow this mad hobgoblin, I mean, by extension, you're doing the will of a demon.
So help us do what we came to do, which is to put an end to it, and then you can go back to the hobgoblin world and the priorities that you had before the Hatching Phoenix came along with this possession and took control of your people.
What then? Do you think yourselves capable of destroying him?
We're going to try, which is more than anyone else is doing.
He is very powerful. Over many years, he has united the warring clans, something which has never before in all of known history occurred. He did this through demonstrations of incredible power, such that I have never seen before. Where this power comes from is not known to me, but as you say, it may well be some sort of demon or devil, but knowing its source does not deny its strength.
True. But strength is nothing without control and discipline. And he will not have either.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Dang, that was good, Chooch.
It's, 21.
He kind of just grunts, straightens up. You best prepare well. It will be a difficult battle for you. And he turns and leaves.
Okay.
Well, that went well.
I mean, from what I'm getting, from these hobgoblins, I really do think if we can simply hold him, if we can, we can compel him, well, hold him, paralyze him in any way, incapacitate him. I think they'll see that, he does not have such power. And I think that's enough to show that he doesn't have the power, because
Well, we also run
he
the
may be able
risk
to kill
of,
us.
if we manage to paralyze him or hold him in some way, like that could just really make him mad and make him that much more determined and ruthless.
I have a feeling he's going to come out swinging and try to, well, it's hard to say. Will he grandstand and show that he's playing with us, or will he try to swiftly destroy us?
No way to know until we're in the moment, I suppose.
So I'm going to say right now, you're actually kind of a couple of hours into this rest. I'm still going to give you guys, the full credit for the long rest. But I guess what I'm just asking right now is anytime you guys are ready, we can go ahead and sort of fast forward to the end of the long rest when the time for the fight has come. So whenever you're ready.
Yep. Say a quick prayer to Rushama to give me guidance.
Make a religion check.
Ooh, roll a 19 and intelligence. Can never keep this stuff. 2 and 3, so 24.
Rushama answers you as you are in prayer. Rushama says, "The one you will fight has been corrupted by a presence from beyond this plane. He is very dangerous, however. His attacks will primarily be fire-based. But do not be fooled, he does have the capability to conjure minions as well. It may not only be him that you must face." And then that's it. But we also lost Chooch, so let me try to bring him back in.
I think that's actually cool that works, because I was just kind of half joking.
Well, you rolled really high, too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to stop and stare at it for a second. It's like, nice.
Yeah. Oh, no, we just lost Viv, too. We lost both of them.
they're,
Oh, no.
Their internet.
Yeah, they were having trouble with their internet. Hopefully we can bring them back shortly here, because otherwise Nira has to go fight the Hitching Phoenix all by herself.
Come back! I can't do it on my own. Oh, we got one.
He's coming. I don't know. Wait, mystery with the internet. It was dead this morning, and then it was fine but crawling, and now it's just shitting all over us.
Well, we're just glad to have you back.
I know. I'm sorry.
Did you guys hear Rishama's response?
All you said
Rishama?
was
So
no,
you guys
you started to talk, and right when you said, "I'm going to say this,"
yeah. So
Yeah.
Nira, you want to tell them what Rishama said?
I, on a whim, asked Rushama for guidance and got some. His attacks are going to be primarily fire-based, but he can also potentially conjure other minions.
Okay.
I think was the most important takeaway there.
Yeah, I figured if we could.
He is a corrupted and he has been corrupted by a dangerous force from the other side.
Did he name it?
No, he did not.
Excellent. So we have the truth on our side.
Great. Now he's righteous.
In the
Paladins.
chat, Kevin Crosby suggests that he also has the power to summon dank memes.
The worst attack of all.
Yeah, you never know when those shades are just going to come down over your eyes, blind you. It's like...
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, so you guys let me know when you're ready to kind of move things forward.
Yeah, I don't see anything else I need to. I
No.
don't. Yeah.
You've got all your spells picked and everything?
Yep.
All right. Anything you want to cast on yourselves as a preparatory sort of thing?
What does guidance do again? I don't remember.
That's you can add 1d4 to an ability check.
Right. So.
Oh, that's one of the things I wanted to ask about was
Okay.
the poison. I'm not quite sure how poison works in 5e.
Well,
it used to be like you
you
pour it
have
in a
because
sheath.
you guys do have a whole bunch of those different poisons, so they work in different ways. Tell me which one you
Gotcha.
want to check out,
Gotcha.
and I'll.
One of them said coat weapon, Chooch.
Yeah, basic poison is coat weapon.
Mm-hmm. So,
Did you write down the
Mike.
names of the others?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
But that's the first
So,
one.
But
And you
here's what I'm going to actually say is that I could tell you specifically what each of them do, but you
Right.
guys wouldn't know that because you didn't
Right,
look it
right.
up or anything. So
Right.
you have the vials that are labeled what you have, but that's what you know about it. So if you want to apply one of those poisons or something, tell me which one it is, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think the ones that I have the ingestible ones, so mine are not going to be helpful at all.
Yeah.
Unless you go poison ivy and put it in your lipstick and kiss him.
Kiss attack.
I gotta flip a coin because either the basic poison or the carrion crawler mucus, which sounds like it could be more deadly, but it could also do nothing.
Well, it's a poison.
It ain't going to feel good, but might just sting a little,
it doesn't say coat weapons, so it may not work in this. It may evaporate before I even get to the battlefield.
I'm casting enhance ability on Archie, Owl's Wisdom. Owl's Wisdom gives an advantage on wisdom checks.
Great.
So yeah, I would have coated my my +1 new shiny +1 sword with the basic poison.
Okay, Bishop Poison.
I'm casting guidance. Well, I don't know. It only lasts a minute. I don't know.
Right, so you can have it at the ready and because kind of thinking the same thing. Have it at the ready and just kind of like boop Archie real fast before.
Yeah. Because I know it's 6 seconds. What is it? Something about
1
Each
minute.
About 6
One
seconds.
round is
Oh,
6
yeah.
seconds.
One
So
round,
in
so that
combat,
means
a
one round.
minute can seem like a long time. Out
Yeah.
of combat, not really.
It's not. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna.
Uh-oh.
Went silent a little bit there.
Did we lose him again?
Oh no!
This is going well. This is going to make combat go a lot slower.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get them back. Oh dear.
Oh.
Sure, it's working fine during all that strategy talk and talking about, oh, well, what about this spell? What about that spell? But
Yeah.
then,
As soon as it's time, it's go time.
yeah. Yeah, it does look like we have temporarily lost them. Hopefully we'll just have to kind of wait for them to come back then. I don't think there's really any choice in the matter. I don't want us to move forward until,
Yeah.
you know. So, yeah. So how's it going?
Busy week,
Mhm.
I guess.
So it is interesting actually, just because I went and I grabbed the Dungeon Master's Guide because it does actually have all those different poisons. It does have there's Chooch dropping off the call, which is probably Viv short behind because it's similar sort of thing. But it's interesting just because the different poisons really do have very different effects. Which is part of kind of why I threw it in there, that there were so many different kinds. But it's kind of fun just that you guys don't know what the different ones do.
There goes Viv.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see if we can get him back.
Do 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 do.
Yeah. But some of them are really cool because like some of the poisons you guys have are definitely better than others. So, but not knowing which ones are which or what they do.
When she was going through all of that last week, I'd kind of sort of tuned out just a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the part in like Critical Role where they read over backstories.
Yeah. Oh no. Let's see. I'm getting messages from her saying, please try to bring us back. All right. Hopefully we'll get them back. They're at least on the little chat. It's loading up, she says. All right. So hopefully soon. But yeah, it's interesting. Just one of the natures of this game is that you guys will accumulate stuff, and it's easy to just forget stuff's in there. Like
Yeah.
I'm just remembering all the way back when Mugen won this contest and got that sword, and it's just like, how long did that just sit in the bag and nobody's using it for anything?
Yeah. I mean, there's that sword too that has just been sitting in the bag since we got it.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That was my example.
We're back again.
Hey, are you guys hear us okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So hopefully it'll last. So let's, without further ado, then, are you guys are ready?
Clueless. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you wait out the time. You make sure to get your rest, ensuring that you are, you're at your full health. You have all of your spell slots available. You've chosen your new spells. You are as ready as you can make yourself. And so as at about the time that you would expect, you hear a number of armored footfalls. approaching your tent, and then you hear Doltur's voice again saying, "The time has come."
Okay.
Let's do
We
it.
are ready.
You want to go first, Archie?
Oh. Wait, I'm sorry. He's
Or
taking
sorry,
us
are
to
you
the
leaving
thing,
your
right?
tent? Yeah. So basically they approached the tent and called out.
Gotcha.
You guys are coming out and accompanying
Yep.
them. All right. So you notice that now that it's dark, there's torches everywhere. It's full dark and no moon tonight, which is a little ominous. I mean, you guys having been aware of the moon, like it's not surprising that it's no moon, but it's just coincidence, but ominous coincidence, right? So it's pretty dark, but you can see the stars here and there, over the torchlight, and they are bringing you along the path, and they bring you to that big open area with the altar that you saw before, and you can see now that it's ringed by a trench that have wooden spikes pointing inward over it. And it is lit with torches all around that circle, so that the center area is pretty well lit. And you can see at the center of the circle by the altar, the hatching phoenix is standing. And so there is one opening, across the trench, and that's where they bring you. And so that's where I will bring up our map, and Luna will continue to bark. Okay, so
Blurry forest.
yeah. So as we can see, here's you guys. Here's this altar and the hatching phoenix there. So this circular area here is a trench. It's about 5 feet deep, freshly dug. All of these are sharpened like wooden spikes, pointing inward from the upper end, basically just to make it hard to crawl out of the trench on that direction. This is basically a puddle of mud. This is a big rock. And so those are the various features. Otherwise, this is just open space, and this altar looks like it was brought in. There's some drag marks across the ground leading to where it is. And you see the hatching phoenix standing there, and as he sees you approach, he says, the anticipation has been so sweet, but the moment has arrived at last. But then, before anything else can happen, where did I just put it? Had a little token around. Okay, hang on. There we go. But then Doltur, the Untouchable, pushes past you to stand in front, and he kneels briefly and says, "Lord Hatching Phoenix, I must have words with you before this begins." And Hatching Phoenix kind of doesn't look thrilled with this interruption.
Get it, Doltur.
But he says, "Very well, Warlord. Speak." Warlord Doltur stands up and says, "Lord Hatching Phoenix, I demand that you account for your strategy. How is it that this fight serves the Legion, and what is your plan for once it reaches its conclusion?" And the Hatching Phoenix he narrows his eyes a little bit. He says, "This fight will allow me to complete the bargain that I have made with the source of my power. And once that is complete, I will be granted even more power, enough to raise the countryside and bring the entire continent to heel under Hobgoblin command. And I do this for the glory of the Legion." And Doltor kind of takes another step forward and says, "Do you do it for the Legion, or do you do it for yourself?"
Dun,
And
dun, dun.
the Hatching Phoenix says, "My needs and the needs of the Legion are one and the same, for this is my Legion, brought together to serve my purposes. You would do well to not challenge me on this, Doltur."
His purposes.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Doltur takes another step forward and says, "Your purposes or your master's?"
Ooh.
Hatching Phoenix says, "Is this a challenge then? Are you here to try to take my command from me? Now, on the eve of my ascension? Very well. If it's to be a challenge, then let us begin." And the two of them are going to roll initiative. You guys are still
Yeah.
standing there doing nothing for right now. So
Cool.
you guys tell
High
me
five
if
to Archie.
So,
Bam.
yeah, what I had said, or what I'd started to say before was I was going to use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself. Because in the dark moonlight, it casts a shimmery gold glow around me.
All right. So what I'm going to
Makes me
say
look
is,
more impressive.
I'm going to have everyone roll initiative. Okay. So,
Cool.
but you guys are not going to do anything until you tell me you're doing something. Otherwise, it's
All right.
just them acting.
Ugh, I'm at a 12.
5.
Okay.
Boy, am I prepared.
I got
I
it.
really
Actually-
wanted to go first.
Amethyst gets 8.
Mm-hmm.
I was distracted with an idea, but I could try. Deception is my strong point. I was going to say I can prove it because I'm, here on behalf of the demon.
Well, you guys tell me what you want to do.
I have
So.
a +3 deception.
Okay. So the Hatching Phoenix goes first.
It's too late
And
for me to cast guidances out of initiative, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we are
Okay.
now in initiative officially.
Gotcha.
Okay. So the Hatching Phoenix takes a step back and holds his hands and conjures. You see like a purple beam of light that shoots out from his hand. And let's see. He okay. He is rolling D20. And so he hits. He hits and does. Let's see. Okay. So technically he shoots out four beams, and so of those 4. 3 of them hit. And then each of those is doing
Ouch.
okay. And so as these purple beams of light go and one goes wide over Doltur's shoulder, but the other 3 hit, and he takes 16 points of force damage. Oops. Okay, so you can see that that knocks him back on his heel, and his face twists in fury. And Hatching Phoenix says, "Kneel to me, and I will forget this indiscretion." Doltur roars with anger, draws his sword, jumps up onto altar here and makes his attack against Hatching Phoenix. So. So again, like I'll let you guys know when your turn in the initiative comes up, but
Cool.
you have to tell me if you're doing anything other than just watching them. Okay, so he is basically attacking two-handed with his greatsword.
Can you clarify by what you mean by that, Christiana? Because I thought that since we're an initiative, we have to wait until our turn. What do you?
Do have to
we do.
wait
She's
till
just
your
gonna
turn.
say
I'm just saying.
she'll
I'm
have
not
some-
saying you have to do anything right now. They are fighting each other. You tell
Okay,
me
gotcha.
what you're going to do. Right
Okay.
now, you're just standing on the side. You've not entered the fight unless you tell me you are. That's what I'm saying. So I'll tell you when your turn comes up, but it's up to you what you're doing on your turn. Because right now they're just fighting each other.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay. And so with this great sword, he's really fast and swings 3 times at the Hatching Phoenix. And the Hatching Phoenix actually twice you see the sword glance off of just some little bit of a some magical energy field surrounding him, and it doesn't connect. But the third one connects, and he does and the Hatching Phoenix takes 5 points of damage. Kind of gasps and takes a step backward. All right, so Nira, you're up.
I'm deciding right now. I think I'm gonna do bestow curse. Well, see, the thing is, I have to touch him to bestow curse. So
Gotcha.
I could run that distance, but I'd still be like right up on him at the end of my
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
tell
I
me.
think anything that would hurt him without anybody else noticing, because I don't know if us jumping into the battle would, dishonor our
Right.
ally or enemy of our enemy at least.
So then, I got to get some hits in here. So
But yeah, because if he dies, we lose our backup support. So save that.
So you know what? I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt, so everybody has advantage to attacks. Plus, it'll hurt him.
Nice.
Okay. So right now, Dolter is kind of between you and him, and he's got half cover behind the altar. Do you want to move like over to the side to get a direct line of sight?
I was gonna say I think
yeah,
we
I'll
should spread
move
out too.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the wherever I am on the map because hold on.
Right here. See me?
Yeah.
at the top?
Well, I had to click the thing because
Okay.
Chooch was up on my screen. I was like, I can't see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to go to the away from everybody.
While we're in combat, I'll just keep the map screen highlighted.
Right. So I'm gonna go move away from everybody. Yeah, we'll do that.
Like that?
Yeah, sure.
You could move one more square from here if you want. But this gives you line of sight on Hatching Phoenix.
Right. I will go over one more.
Here or
There you
here?
go. No, back up one. There you go.
All right.
And then I'll cast Guiding Bolt.
Guiding Bolt. Okay. You roll an attack for that one, I think?
I'm looking at it right now. Let's see. Make a ranged spell attack.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a D20, right?
Yep. and your spell DC. So, and again, make sure you guys, you should have your spell DC and spell attack bonus should be 1 up from where it was before. Okay, that sounds like a bad roll.
Yeah, it does.
Ew.
Okay, yeah.
That is
So-
one.
You run over to the side and you conjure the divine energies. You summon it, and a pure white streak of light shoots out from your hands and goes right by him. Just total airball. And he kind of just looks like, "What was that?"
I've never
All right.
missed with that one. I'm so upset.
All right, Amethyst, it's your turn.
Sorry, I had my microphone. I was talking to myself.
Oh.
I'm not the first person. So I think that I am going to bust out. So a cantrip, if I were to cast a cantrip on myself, it would be my action, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So skip that. I'm gonna, I don't know if that would. So I'm gonna, I'm feeling like guns blazing, so I think I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay.
I need to move up though. I don't know if it's 60 feet range within insight. So I'm gonna move.
And so you just need to be able to see him, and you can see him. He's got half cover, but you're not making a ranged attack. So as long as you can see him, you don't need to move, but you can move wherever you want.
Because Archie's next on initiative, right?
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay. And so he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
And your what's your DC now? I believe it's probably 14.
It's 14, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So his oh, nice. He fails. And so as you tap into the natural magics within you and around you, you reach out and you're able to feel like the energy, the living energy in his muscles, and you seize it. And you see him just suddenly, just in the position he was in, he just suddenly goes rigid, like, and he's frozen in place.
Yes.
Nice.
We got 1 minute, guys.
Well, he
If
gets to make a
he
saving
doesn't do
throw
it.
on his turn too.
Yeah.
But
And if he
he's
doesn't do it.
frozen for now though. Okay. Are you moving also?
Yeah, let me move up like halfway between. Well, let's say straight down and over the left one.
Okay. And then
My left, so you're right then, actually.
So wait.
Two over to the right. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Say towards or away from the hatching phoenix next time. Just so right there or one more down.
Actually, take me diagonal right, or away from them, diagonal and down away from them.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you transforming too? You can do it with a bonus action, or are you staying human
I'm
for
staying
now?
for now.
Okay.
Like paralyzed. Yeah, well, he's gonna get married. Shit. That's a good question. I didn't think to do that. No, let me stay in that form for now. Yeah, let me stay
All
in
right.
human form.
Autogree, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to move just one square towards the Phoenix.
Okay.
One square. I'm sorry, not towards, but to the right, and back
Okay.
up one again.
Wait. So
just
like this?
yeah,
Okay.
just one there. And as I'm talking, I'm going to do my thaumaturgy to boost my voice.
All right.
And essentially, I'm using let me look at one other thing. Okay. Holy crap! I didn't realize I also had Hold Person. So.
Yeah, I think you get that as a level 5 vengeance paladin, right?
Yeah, totally forgot about it. So, booming voice, and I'm actually going to try to use persuasion on the crowd.
Okay, nice.
What
are you saying?
And so, as I slowly step, I'll say, "Look at this false phoenix. He is paralyzed in fear. This is not a proud hobgoblin, but a puppet being controlled by an evil demon of which blood even runs in my veins. And he thinks he can challenge us, but his intentions are not pure. He has made an evil pact, and those pacts never work out well for the mortals. Your entire army is being controlled by this demon. Rise up Rise against this false phoenix. Take him down.
All right. Yeah, I think that's about all you could get in the round.
Yeah.
Did you go? Yeah, make a roll.
12, so
And-
16.
Nice. Okay, so you definitely are aware, even though like where the torches are mostly illuminates the center, and so you don't really see outside the circle very well, but you hear them. It seems like the entire circumference of this circle is packed with how everybody has come out to watch this fight, and you see a lot of murmuring, or you hear a lot of like murmuring, like they're really talking amongst each other, like, I don't know what's going on here. This seems really weird. Could he really be a false phoenix? So yeah, you've got him talking. Okay. Is the hatching phoenix's turn?
Could I prepare? Like, since I didn't do an action?
Well,
no, that's a lot.
All that talking plus casting
Yeah.
thaumaturgy is definitely your action.
Yeah.
Okay, so the hatching phoenix essentially doesn't get his turn this time because he's paralyzed, but he does get to make his saving throw at the end of his turn, which he's going to do right now. And he, you see him initially resist or try to resist, and you can see that he starts to fail. He's gonna fail, but then suddenly all around him, it seems like somehow it gets darker just around him, and his eyes glow brighter, and it's almost like there's smoke coming off of his robes, and then at last, and he's no longer paralyzed.
All right.
Yeah, he relied on a little extra help there. And so, but that's his turn, is breaking out of that. So it is now Doltor's turn, and he is slashing like there's no tomorrow. Got that big old sword. And so let's see. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. Nice. Okay.
Samurai.
Yeah. Plus 3. 22. He deals out another 22 slashing damage. And yet,
Excellent.
as he's doing this slashing, like, you guys saw these hits connect, right?
Mhm.
Like, and this guy is super strong. He's got a giant sword. You see them connect. And the hatching phoenix does reel back looking wounded, but just like as you look at the wounds, it's like, that doesn't seem like it hurt him as much as it should have.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that is Dolter's turn. He does jump down off of the altar next to the hatching phoenix there. Nira, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again.
Get him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt again.
All right, go for it.
Please work, please work, please work. All right, so plus, what is it for a ranged?
It's your spell attack
Attack bonus plus,
which should be
the
your wisdom plus your proficiency, which
Right.
is plus 6
So,
now.
yeah. So it's a 13 total.
What you see is that
Damn it.
you're on target with your blast, and you see that it would have hit him, except whatever this slight shimmery field he's got around him, it glances off of that and sails away.
Damn it.
All right. Amethyst.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, DM.
Sure.
If I cast mirror image and then I transform,
Mm-hmm.
do I lose that?
Mirror image. Let me see.
It's on page 260.
No, I have it in my app, so I'm looking
Awesome. Awesome.
it up. Let's see. It is a 1 minute. It is not concentration. Interesting. No, it would not go away.
So I'm casting mirror image, please.
All right. I do not have bonus tokens for you. Okay, so basically, you guys don't necessarily know what's happening here. But what happens is that you see Amethyst kind of gather herself and then separate herself. And all of a sudden, instead of just one Amethyst standing there, there's 4 of them, all seeming to move in exactly the same way. And so
And I
now
flash a big thumbs up to Nira and Archie.
Okay.
Check me out, guys.
yeah.
All 4 of us do it because they mimic me.
Yep, 4 thumbs up.
Respectful nod.
Okay, so are you also transforming? I think you said you were gonna.
Yeah, I think I've cast all the things I'm planning on casting for now, so I think I'm going to transform into Cupcake.
What, the lion?
The panda, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I forgot to ask one more question. Am I still, I can transform into challenge rating 1, or did that go up?
Yes. No, it goes up at level 6.
Oh, okay, cool. Yay.
So right now you are still limited to the same set, but at level 6, you get an upgrade.
Gotcha.
So now, Panda. There is a whole Panda squad.
I know. And I'm kind of feeling like we should get in and be a meat wall between, because the thing about the mirror images is that they have an illusory kind of effect. So I'm
right. As far as you guys can tell, they all look just as solid, just as real. And in fact, you guys are not even sure which one was actually the original.
It's like Mugen's here. It's like a panda shell game.
It is. It's very much like that.
Nice.
Nice. So you still have movement. You want to move?
Yeah, let me move closer towards between Archie and the hatching phoenix.
Okay. Like
I don't know
like
how
here?
far I can go. Yeah,
yeah, with the panda you can get pretty far. You can easily get to here if you want.
Okay, yeah. That's good.
Okay. All right. So I'm using the one with the picture on it to indicate the like
me,
the real you, but
Yeah.
definitely from the perspective of an attack, we'll still follow the rules that are in the spell. So
Okay.
Basically, no matter which one of them they target, we follow the rule in the spell.
Right. Can you switch me to the one behind me though?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Whee!
All right. Archie, you're up.
Okay. I am going to sorry, Amethyst, but I'm going to charge through the pandas
Yeah.
because I want to smack this guy. And when I'm within 10 feet, I'm going to focus on my holy symbol,
3,
channeling divinity
4.
to,
Want to get right there?
yeah,
Okay.
to swear a vow of enmity.
Ooh.
So channel divinity, vow of enmity. It's attack roll. Oh, we already have advantage. A double advantage?
No, you don't have advantage.
I
missed twice.
Oh, right. Never mind. So yeah, vow of enmity, attack roll advantage on one enemy.
Okay. I'm
And,
trying to just remember how the vow of enmity works. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. You just get advantage on him until for 1 minute or until it goes unconscious. Nice. Okay, so make your attack.
And
Attacks
I will
plural.
be
'Cause,
attacking plurally with my +1 longsword.
uh-huh.
Whoop. First one's 21.
Yep, that hits.
Ooh. So second one's only 17.
Okay, those both hit.
Woohoo!
So roll the damage for both of them.
And I'm going to use my bonus action.
Oh yeah.
To throw some Divine Smite in there.
All
It's a
right.
second level spell, which does a bonus 3d8 of damage.
Nice.
Of radiant damage.
All right.
Okay, so the first one that has the big hit, that is 1d8. 9. 14 points of damage. with
That's the first?
slashing damage.
Okay.
14
So
points of slashing and and that's 18 points of radiant damage.
Wow. 18 points. So 13 and 18. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead and roll your other attack too, or the damage for your second.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Duh. So it is only slashing.
Mhm.
Oops. Which is 7 plus it's 7, 14.
Wow. Wait, how is it 14?
I have a +7. Don't I have +7? I had at least on a sheet. I have 1d8 plus 7.
The
slashing
damage, I think that so for just a regular attack, it should be just the plus should be just your strength modifier, and then the plus
Okay,
one
so
for the magic sword.
I have strength
So
+4.
So it should be
plus
plus 5.
1 for the magic sword, and I get +1 because I'm only I get +2 for my dueling style.
You're
wielding
right.
one weapon
Okay.
and a
Okay.
shield.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So 14. So that's what? That's 45 damage in one turn.
Jeez, man. Nice.
So here's what you notice immediately is that whereas Doltor's sword didn't seem to be making it, hurting him as much as it seemed like it ought to, yours does. And boy, you hurt him bad.
I thought he was resistant to slashing damage.
He is resistant to non-magical slashing damage.
Moist.
Slashing damage from non-magical attacks. But you have a magic sword.
Mhm.
But here's the other thing too, is that you just hurt him bad and he is really surprised, and you see a flicker of fear across his face. But here's what also just feels good. This sword, this sword is made for you. This sword is freaking awesome. All right. So, you hurt him real bad just then.
So how much damage did Doltor do?
Not near that much. Maybe
It
a
was
third of that.
It was 7 or something like that after it was reduced.
Well, it was 22 reduced to 11.
Okay. And then
I've
how
got
much did
Rachel's
Chooch just
vengeance
do?
on my side.
He just
You
did 44.
13, 18, 14, and 44?
No, 44 is
No,
total.
44 total.
Okay, good. I was about to poop my pants.
No. Well, and he did that by basically burning one of his big spells.
Second level spell.
Channel divinity.
Very damn worth it, baby.
Yeah. In fact, actually, I think that Divine Smite and the Vow of Enmity is both your channel divinities.
Wow.
I think.
No. Channel Divinity, I have either Abjure Enemy, which causes fear, or Vow of Enmity.
Right. Divine Smite. You're right. Divine Smite is not channel divinity. You're right.
It's a gimme as far as I don't have to memorize it.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I was thinking the Divine Smite was one of the channel divinities, but no. All right. So yeah, you just heard him real bad. And he. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
It's too late. We're dead.
Okay. Well, so you just hurt him bad enough that it's changing my mental strategy for him. Okay. You see his eyes. You see a flicker of fear, but then you see him. He kind of clutches his robes, and you actually see what looks like some kind of a purple light, like almost spilling out through his fingers as he's clutching his chest through his robes. And then you see his eyes flare, and the darkness around him and the swirling smoke gets even more intent. It is his turn, incidentally. And then he points a finger at you. Just a second. Okay. So he points a finger at you, and this, I would call it a beam, except it almost feels like if you removed a beam from the universe. It's like a beam of nothing. There's not air. It's just like there's just nothing. He somehow creates this, like a beam of vacuum, negative energy that zips out towards you, and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution is only +1. Oh, I only got a 10.
Okay, that's a failure. Okay.
Gotta say, that's looking like a smile on your face, Christiana. I just can't tell. That can't be good.
Nope.
Shit. You take 60 points of necrotic damage.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we just lost Chooch.
Yeah. So here's where you're lucky, if you could call it that.
Right.
With a total HP of 44, the rules for damage say that if you get as much negative as your total, that's instant. You are dead. You're not making saving throws. That's it. So it's not enough to do that. But you are definitely unconscious.
I am on death's door.
Yeah, and so just you feel this beam strike you, and just like this is the worst pain you have ever felt in your life. Every muscle seizes, every nerve feels like it's on fire until mercifully it all goes black, and the rest of you just see Otter Creek just fall over unconscious.
Cool.
Oh God.
Ow.
And then he is going to flee in this direction. And as he is running away, Dolter gets to make an opportunity attack.
Doesn't Chooch? Oh no! Wait, no, he doesn't.
No. So Dolter hits with his opportunity attack. Let's see.
Damn it.
Okay. So yeah, Hatching Phoenix takes another 3 slashing damage as he flees away from. Let's see. He was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he gets there. And then he whispers a few more words, and you see little puffs of smoke appear to his either side, and two little creatures that look like they're made of smoke and fire appear in front of him. All right, Nira, you're up.
Feel free to hide behind the pandas when you're done.
Okay, so I'm going to. So is Archie making saving throws like to stay alive?
Yep.
Yep,
Or
let's
he'll make his first one on his next turn unless he takes damage, which would mean an automatic fail.
So if I heal him, does he come back?
Yes.
It sucks to be the cleric. All right. So I'm going to use Prayer of Healing on Archie.
Okay.
And that is, I just flipped away from it, 2d8 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
On 6 creatures of my choice. Has Doltor been hit at all? Yes, he has. Okay,
Yeah.
so on both Doltor and Archie there.
Okay.
What is my modifier again? Which one is it? Wisdom?
Your modifier is spellcasting. Let's see, spellcasting ability modifier, which is your wisdom modifier.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a +3. So 2d8 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let me mark that. It's done. 2d8. So 7 plus 3, so 10 each.
Okay. Archie, you were in blissful oblivion, or and now you hurt a lot again.
But you're not dead.
You're able to open your eyes and you realize you're laying on the ground. Let's see. Yeah.
So I'm also going to move back behind the pandas.
Okay.
Squeak that in there.
Yeah. Like here?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And then Doltur, you see him kind of straighten up and look around, just like, and then he sees you and says, "Thank you." All right. Now we got it's these guys' little turn, but he's actually keeping them close for right now. Okay, Amethyst, it's your turn.
Did Doltor get a turn? Is it me after?
No, I mean oh, you're right. You're right.
I think we missed him. Right.
Yeah, he should have gone after. Yeah, he should have gone before you. Actually.
Oh yeah.
So he's.
Let's just say he held his action. He can go now.
No, I think he would have charged after, and taken a swing at one of these little guys here. Okay.
Can you describe those things again, Christiana?
Yeah. So they're only about 3 feet tall, and they have almost like childlike proportions, but their bodies look like they're made of glowing charcoals, and it's just flame and smoke and fire. Is like that's what their bodies are made of. Like they're little living lava statues.
Gotcha. Cute.
All right. Okay, so he takes 3 swings. Dude, he misses all 3 times. He rolled really bad that turn.
Wow.
It's like, oh, they're too short. Yeah, that's wow. Seriously, you guys, that was some really bad rolling on his part. That's
No, I mean he was just prone, so I guess it's
Okay, I feel his pain.
Yeah.
right. I can't judge.
Yeah. Okay. So then we had Nira's turn. Okay. Since he came up on them, they are going to make their attack, not hold their turn. After all. they're going to attack him. And so what they do,
That
let's
dummy. Should have attached HP.
they basically just try to reach out and just grab him. And one of them, he's able to just, kind of, he kicks it aside, but the other one sort of gets its little arms around his leg, and then it flares, and Doltor catches fire.
Oh.
His flames just like, he just goes up. Like, I mean, he's not ashes, but he is definitely on fire. And so let's see, he takes, he takes 6 fire damage, but he is also still on fire.
So if we had done things in the proper order and Nira healed him, would that have put out the fire?
No, it would not have put out the fire, but I did also already give him credit for those.
Oh, no, I was just curious as far as the mechanics of it.
Well, so, and that wouldn't have been the right order anyway, because these little guys did go after Nira. Anyway.
Oh, okay. So they go after Nira. All right.
Yep.
Let me change that on my list.
Yeah. Amethyst, it is your turn now, though.
So Daltor's on. Okay, so I'm gonna change out of panda form, and I'm gonna cast Create Water.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. The water falls as rain in a 30-foot cube within range. Range is 30 feet, extinguishing exposed flames in the area. And I want to put it over the guys and Daltor.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I think you just
Did he not think to like fling himself into the puddle there?
Well, it's not been his turn yet.
Mud.
They attacked him. It's not his turn. He doesn't.
But,
he can't do it when it's not his turn.
Duh.
Just a thought.
I know.
So you all of a sudden this cloud seems to spawn out of thin air, and then you're having it fall as rain, right? That's what you said?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And it falls. Sudden rainstorm out of nowhere, and it extinguishes the flames that had been climbing up all over Doltor's army, and so he is now no longer on fire. But unfortunately, these little guys, it just steams off of them.
Okay.
They seem unaffected.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
But he is not. Doltor's not on fire anymore.
That was the goal. Yeah, the rest was just an experiment.
Yeah. All right. Ottercree, you are prone.
I am prone. I wish to stand.
All right. Stand.
Maybe wobble back a bit.
And lay hands upon myself to give myself 25 hit points.
All right.
Nice. So what's your health at now?
35?
35.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you moving?
Yeah. I mean, I would like to be directly above the hatching phoenix. Can I get in the square right on top of him without them doing an opportunity attack?
3, 4. So now you're in range. And so it's not an opportunity attack, but you're definitely in range for when...
Right. When it's like...
So yeah, you can get there, but you used your action to lay on hands.
Right. Yep.
Kind of wish you hadn't have done that.
Dude. All our spell slots are going to go to heals. Let's just know that.
Because I was gonna cast Shatter, but no, because y'all get hit. So
between him and Daltor, we're going to spend it on heals. Man.
Oh, you know what? Actually, hang on just a second. I'm sorry to overrule you here, Chooch.
Cool.
But here's the thing. So you stand up, and you're all ready to to lay hands on yourself as your action.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt too good to hit him with that sword. You cannot put that off.
Oh.
That is all you can think about.
Shit.
That sounds more like Archie.
Sword's cursed.
Damn that cursed sword. Do it. Do it.
All right. So basically, you can. I'll let you make your attack against him.
Hey,
It's at
Archie.
advantage.
What's dead may never die.
Wait, so I'm back down to 10 now. So. All right. I will take. Oh, never mind. I was going to say I could do my bonus action for Hunter's Mark, but I don't know that I'm going to be allowed to do that either.
You can try.
Yeah, I will try to cast Hunter's Mark.
Yes.
Bonus
You can.
action. So.
Basically, here's how this works. As long as your action is to attack him, anything else is okay.
Gotcha. So, first attack is 25
Yeah.
to hit, and second is 16.
Okay. Both of those hit.
Oh, damn it. Oh, well, that's cool. Well, I was just thinking.
Damn it, when you
Wait,
hit.
I already used the bonus attack. I could have done the smite again with the super
Impossible,
duper
please.
bonus damage, but that's okay. Boop, 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 boop. So I go to it, which does 9 points of damage. Second does 8. 15 points of damage.
Okay. So that total was what? 23? 20? Is that what you said? I'm sorry. I missed the first one. What's the total again?
What was the first one?
I think 9 and then
Yeah, the first was 9.
oh, went silent there. First was 9, I think, and
It
then
was 9 and then 8 is what I heard.
okay. Oh no, I think we've lost them again. All right. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get them back. After these messages, we'll be right back. Okay. So as before, I think we just have to kind of vamp until they come back.
Yeah. Part of me is now wishing like I had looked at these spells a little more closely because like the ones that could really mess him up, like inflict wounds and stuff, like I have to be up on him. It's a melee spell.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other? Bestow curse. Yeah, have to be up on him there. And well, I mean, anyway, if Archie keeps going the way he's going, I'm gonna be burning all my spells just healing, and I'm not actually gonna get to hit this guy at all. Which sucks.
Right. Man. See, I definitely I didn't know how this was all going to go, but boy, that 44 damage hit Archie did a little bit ago. Really, it I had some general ideas about how things might go, but no, I mean, this is all according to plan. 24 total damage is what Chush says in the messenger, but hopefully we can. Is that Viv returned or still not?
No, she hasn't dropped yet.
Yeah. Okay, so hopefully we'll get them back.
Oh, there she
shortly.
goes.
Yeah.
Any minute now.
Okay. So 24. All right.
Is he dead yet?
Not quite, but we'll get to that when we have everybody again, because I want everyone to know what's going on.
If he's got a purple glowy thing on his chest, can we just like, is that a fissure? Can we take it? Like, who walks around with a fissure in their chest?
Yay!
Yay!
So it's 24 total damage.
Yeah, I got that, but I was waiting for you guys to come back before I described the outcome of that.
Aye.
All right. If we can get Viv back.
Any minute now.
There she is. Are you back?
Jeez.
Oh no, did we lose you again immediately? Are you still here? Oh no!
I wonder if it's because they're both on that it's.
Well, I mean, but
just
we've
jacking
always
them
had
that
that
bad.
issue before. I mean, unfortunately, it's just this is the hazards of online play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think unfortunately we've lost them again, but we're so close. If we can just get everyone back together, you know, I mean, yeah. So yeah, it's still the internet problem, definitely. Okay, please keep trying, is what I'm saying.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
All right. I wonder if it would be helpful for me to eject them for them to rejoin. I don't think so. I don't want to mess up them attempting to reload. Better to just keep it as what's been more or less working.
Yeah. Well, I think the system just takes a minute to detect that they're not connected anymore, and so it's.
Mm-hmm.
So, how are you? How's the dog?
Oh, we're doing great. She's barking, and well, not recently, but you know, she's doing her thing. I'm
Feeling better than you were last week?
Yeah, better than last week for sure. Still not completely recovered, but yeah, anyway. Oh, see, that's not a bad idea. Viv online is suggesting that she could just go over and sit at Chooch's computer.
Yeah.
And so we only need one of them on the call. Half the bandwidth.
Yep.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's some strategic thinking. Have to do that meme.
There she goes. All right.
Yeah. All right. So we'll bring them back in soon. We're at the climax of the battle. Viv says, I feel like we are adding artificial drama like on Survivor.
It's like the hangouts are voting them off the island. Hey, Chooch!
Welcome back. Do we have
Man.
both of you?
I'm not sure she's gonna come in my office or.
That sounded like what she was suggesting, which seems like not a bad idea if the bandwidth is the issue.
Yeah.
Let me go check on her real fast.
All right.
At least I got one of them.
Yeah. Except not anymore because he just left the room. But yeah.
Still technically there.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember what spells does this guy have? He's got some spells.
I was just thinking about like the hobgoblins that attacked at the city gate, and they had these massively powerful AoE spells that they were using. So I was expecting him to whip out some stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, he has some of those. It's just not how the dynamic of the battle has gone so far. He's been on the defense.
Right.
She's coming.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right, so hopefully soon. Yeah, so basically I got that 24 damage and we'll resolve it once we have everybody here to hear it.
Sorry, everybody. Our internet sucks, apparently.
Oh.
At least today it does.
Yeah, well, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. You know, the travails of real life intrude sometimes.
Is he looking like that?
No, I just leave the horns on the headset.
Baby, could you get rid of my cable?
All right. I hear Viv. Are you guys both both able to hear us?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. Okay. So hopefully this will be a little more stable. We've got both of you for now. So this 24 damage, he was already pretty wounded, and so you see like this is another significant blow to him. And in fact, you see his eyes almost start to go glassy a little bit, but then once again, like you see more of this purple light like flaring so bright that you can see it through the dark material of his robes on his chest. His eyes flare again, the smoke around him. So once again, he's kind of been re-energized, and as he absorbs this damage that you've just dealt him, he reaches out his hand to you, and Archie, you take 16 fire damage as he converts some of the attack you've just done into and burns you. 16 fire damage. Okay. 16 fire damage, but you're resistant to fire?
Oh yeah, I'm fire resistant. Yeah.
Okay, so you take 8.
Ready with the healing spell.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Mine's a level 1, but it's touch.
All right. And so now it is actually Hatching Phoenix's turn. And okay, this is what he does. You can see though, like he's still fighting, but you can see he is on the defensive. He is scared now. And so he casts, he calls out, "My masters, do not forsake me. I can still defeat them. Grant me the fire." And all of a sudden, from the ground, there's like a crack of that appears along the ground, like this. And fire erupts from this crack, creating a wall of fire 20 feet tall, completely opaque. That is, let me move these guys temporarily while I draw where this wall of fire is.
I think I can put that out.
Okay, but Voltor and Archie are both inside it when it goes up.
Dang, man.
I told you, all our spells are going to go covering their asses.
Well, I know, but I could either put out the flames or heal these guys. Like, what do I do?
I mean, I can do create water again. I just
Okay,
wish I
well,
could
so
do some damage.
okay. Let's 3, 4. Okay, Archie, make a dexterity saving throw.
I will. Not my strong suit. 4.
What?
Okay.
I had to look. Oh my god, that's terrible.
All right. So Dolter succeeds, and therefore only takes 17 fire damage. 17. You take 34, which because of your resistance.
Jesus Christ.
So
Oh, Rashama, save us.
Mhm. So, unfortunately, this fire engulfs you, and once again, everything goes black. And also, your body is still in fire. So, you guys might want to get on that.
So one of us will waste a turn putting your asses out of fire, because I guess Daltor's on
Isn't it still
fire,
raining?
too.
How long does that last?
Not this long.
And
I don't think.
now that you are unconscious, Archie, and not able to do opportunity attacks, he backs way up.
Again. Are we learning anything, Tiefling?
Nope.
It's different with us side by side.
All right.
Isn't it?
So Dolter backs out of the wall of fire so that he does not continue burning. He does, however, he basically just shifts here to where he's not in the fire. And incidentally, these two things don't seem to mind. Like they're like, hey, oh look, fire. We like fire. But he attacks this one. And so he's doing his attack. Hopefully rolling better than the last time. Yep. Okay, so yeah, he with a couple of swings of this greatsword, he just chops this thing to bits. And yet, like you see, first of all, like once he chops into it, it's almost like jelly inside. And so he like chops into it, it's clearly dying, but before it kind of just collapses, you see it starting to glow and shake.
Oh,
and then
no.
And so so it explodes in a splatter of like magma. And let's
What are those called, by the way?
They're actually called magmins. Magmins. Yeah. How they explode into fiery bursts of lava.
I know. It's perfect.
Okay.
We'll be making any dexterity saves.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, yeah. So you're unconscious, Archie. So you do not make a dexterity saving throw. Doltor gets to try to make one, but he misses. And so you both. Ooh, yikes. Okay, so he takes another 11 fire damage from that, and Archie, you have one failed death saving throw.
Blink.
Nira, your turn.
Never had to fill in
my
those
God.
bubbles before.
Yeah.
Okay, Viv, what do we do? I can use Sleet Storm and put out all of the flames within a 40-foot radius.
Does it do damage in addition?
No, but everybody has to make a Constitution check as to whether or not they stay upright because it coats the ground in ice.
I like them slipping around on that stuff.
This guy's dead, by the way. Yeah, he blew up.
So the
Blew
other
it up real good.
the other option is that I cast Prayer of Healing again. Or I cast Silence on Douchebag over there and stop him from casting anything else. So I've got some options. What do you think?
I can't
best
cast Hold Person again. I can cast Dispel Magic, Cure Wounds, but I'd have to get close to him. I don't think I can get through the fire to him.
Right. So it looks like I will have to, because I don't have to move to cast Prayer of Healing. I do that from here.
Yeah. I can still do I can cast create. Yeah, I can cast Create Water again.
So you can put it out if I
hope.
heal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So Nira and Amethyst look at each other and wink, and that whole discussion just happened.
We communicate with our eyes. Yeah. All
I
right.
like the strategizing, so I'll allow it. But yeah,
I know. Sorry.
In theory, this is all happening in 6 seconds when you just saw your buddy get engulfed in fire. So
Yeah.
All right. So Prayer of Healing going on, and that will be Doltor and Archie.
all right,
Again.
right.
Before I drop water again.
That's
But they're doing damage at least.
2d8 plus wisdom, so that was 3. That's not the right one.
Okay.
I mean, I could roll a d20, but
Mhm.
probably shouldn't. All right, 8 and 5, so I did better that time. So 13 plus 3 is 16.
Yeah, he hasn't
Okay.
done wisdom. Yeah.
All right. Archie. Once
sorry.
again, you are
You're awakened on
returned
fire.
from oblivion, surrounded by fire, and you're thinking, I don't know about this. Yeah. So this is very upsetting. I would imagine.
How many points was it?
16.
Excellent.
Um,
Thank you.
Get your shit together.
Dolter says, "Get out of the fire." All right. It is the Magmean's
You
turn,
first.
Right.
and he is going to try again to attack to Dolter, and he hits, and once again Dolter is on fire.
God damn it. I'm sorry. Rashama, damn it.
I can't imagine how Mugen would be in this situation. Like, what would he even do?
He would be sitting outside of it watching.
We'd be done.
So
We'd be done, I know.
We would have already defeated him.
We'd be having curried
Thanks.
Batwing.
So, Dolter takes another 4 points of fire damage and is engulfed in flame again.
Viv, you gotta
Amethyst,
put it
your
out.
turn.
Gee, I
Let
don't know
out fires like you
What
do.
should I cast? I can't imagine something that will do damage and make me feel powerful. No, let me create some water and put these boys out. So I'd like to make it rain. Right.
Okay, so
Over there.
so you can do. I think you said like a 30-foot cube.
30-foot cube. Yeah,
so
so
that's
let's just
not
do
going
it.
to cover the whole area, but I would imagine you're doing it over this area where they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what you see as once again this little rainstorm, you summon it out of thin air, and the rainwater pours down, and you can see that where it falls, the flames subside. But you can also still see that the ground is glowing at the base of where it is, meaning you suspect that the fire there will return as soon as the rain stops.
But it put out Doltor at least.
Yes, and once again, Dolter is no longer on fire. So basically, what I'm saying is that like that grants you 1 turn of this fire not being there.
Okay.
And him not in flames anymore.
Hopefully he'll get out of there.
Yeah.
If only he could read my mind.
You know they won't. They're gonna charge back in and try to
I know.
kill the beast.
I don't get to cast any fun spells.
Right? It's like, fine, have some hit points. Fine, have some hit points.
Okay, so that's your turn. Are you moving, Amethyst, or are you staying where you are?
We should spread out.
Yeah, let me move over more towards the big rock.
Okay.
Yeah, down.
Yeah, like there.
Yeah, me and my girls.
Yeah.
But I do want to be behind them.
Okay. Archie, it's your turn. You know what you want to do.
I want to stand up.
Uh-huh.
You could roll. That'd be faster.
I want to try to throw this, not like overhanded throw, but toss the sword towards Daltor.
You have to attune to that sword, though, don't you?
Well, so here's the thing, though. You're all ready to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You just you can't let it go. I mean, this sword too awesome.
Yeah.
If you threw it, you might lose it or something, and you can't have that.
I was afraid of that. So, in which case, I'm going to charge the hatching phoenix and.
Yeah, you are.
I want to conjure animals, damn it.
You're welcome to.
I'm going to. Watch me.
And the Magman. So
Dance over your
incidentally,
flaming
okay.
lips.
Okay. As you're running away, the
Mhm.
Magman reaches out and touches your back, and whoosh, it rolls a 21.
Jesus.
Jesus.
But my armor class is currently 22,
Well, you
isn't it?
I thought it's 20 with your shield. It's 20 with your shield. Right?
What was the other thing?
Plate armor is 18.
Magic shield is AC +2. Is that it? Oh no, she said it's with the shield though. She included
Yeah,
the shield.
so
right?
your
Right,
plate
yeah.
armor that you got makes your AC 18, and then if you're holding the shield, that's another +2. So it should be 20, including the shield. Is what
Okay,
I
what
thought.
was
Unless you have
Yeah.
something else that's giving you an additional bonus that I'm not remembering.
what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I had cast Shield of Faith on myself, which is +2 to armor class.
Did you though? When was that?
Yeah, when we came in the arena.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Okay, you're right. I do remember that. Okay. Oh wait. So hang on. Let me check Shield of Faith because if it's a concentration spell,
It is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe.
unconscious, my dude.
Dead.
It's got to be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gone.
Dead good.
I just
Only you keep throwing yourself on.
double
Taylor.
check it. No, I mean, hey, that's absolutely a good idea.
Concentration up to 10
it
minutes.
does not say.
Hang on. Shield of Faith is
Oh,
concentration up to 10 minutes. And
Yeah.
sorry,
Yes.
that dropped when you went unconscious.
Right on. That's
The
fair.
first time.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, as you start running towards the hatching phoenix, and besides, you don't want this to not happen. This is too awesome.
Oh God.
2d6. So you're going to take, it would be 6. You take 3 fire damage. And now, as you charge towards the hatching phoenix, you are engulfed in flames. Charging with the sword.
Catching Phoenix versus running Phoenix. Charging Phoenix.
Yeah. He looks real scared. So make your attack.
I need a picture of that. Oh my God. This is what he's been waiting for. On fire.
Ooh, 19, 26.
Yeah, that hits.
And, well, 20 something.
Well, just go ahead and roll the damage for the first one.
Yeah. With my Searing Smite at level 2.
Nice.
So initial damage is initial slashing damage 8. And the other smite
Wait for it.
14.
All right.
That was the first
So-
attack.
Here's what you experience.
I still got my other attack. Oh,
yeah,
wait.
I know, but
Okay,
here's,
okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's fine.
What?
So you go, and here's what you experience, Archie, is that you just know in your heart, this is it. You've got him. You've got him. You're swinging. You're going to take his head right off. But as soon as you strike him with your sword, time seems to freeze, and it's like you kind of go somewhere else for a little bit. You're sort of hovering in a strange void. You're not sure exactly what happened, and you hear a voice say, "Clearly, The hobgoblin was not worthy. Perhaps you are.
Oh. Oh.
Just say no. Just say no.
Worthy. I would never make a deal with such a fiend.
Do you even know what you are rejecting? You hate the demons, yes. So do I. My kind has been at war with the demons since before your kind existed. I could help you.
Just say no. It never ends well for mortals. Remember your words.
Are you is it a demon or a demon hunter?
The devil, isn't it? They're different.
Yeah, they're different.
Don't do it.
But they're too close.
I could offer you power, insight to your enemy, the means to destroy them. In fact, I could show you the demon that took your mother.
Make good choices.
Make a choice. That's not drugs.
Morpholos?
Yes. You want his destruction, so do I.
But what would you ask in return?
A paltry sum for the price of vengeance. Simply, your soul once you die.
Would fulfill. But I don't wish the destruction of Mothalesk. I wish the destruction of all demons.
Well, that will take a little longer, perhaps. But I would be delighted to help you kill any demon you ever come across, and I can grant you the power to do so.
No. No, I swore I would never be bound to or beholden to any other entity. I reject you.
Yay, Archie!
Dang, I did not know how that was going to go.
Right, I didn't either.
So be it. And Archie, you're now back in your body. And the sword finishes slicing through the hatching phoenix's neck. His head topples to the ground. His, rolls along, gets stuck in the mud, face down. His body
Shame.
topples, and all of a sudden, you guys had been seeing the sort of purplish light kind of shining through his robes, but now it's like it just burns away the clothing over it, and you can see on his chest is a fissure.
I knew it.
Wow.
Well, I knew it once you started talking about the purple stuff.
Yeah. Technically, we are still in initiative because there's a no. You know what? We are still in initiative. There's still an enemy on the field.
It didn't go away
was
with
hoping
his
he would
magic.
dissipate.
Nope.
What about the firewall?
The firewall does fade. Yes, the firewall is gone. The magnet is still there.
Oh no, we lost our firewall. Sorry, bad joke.
Yeah. So Hatching Phoenix is dead, and now it is Dolter's turn, and no longer on fire. He just kind of grits his teeth and says, "So be it," and he attacks this Magnan.
Oh.
And let's see what he does. Yeah, that's enough. And he chops it and kind of just closes his eyes and as this thing kind of shakes and glows and then splats again. And he just takes it. He doesn't even try to get out of the way this time. Just kind of winces a little bit and he takes 7 points of fire damage, but he's okay.
Yeah, he's got his pocket healers here with him.
All right. So, we're still in initiative.
Well, then is it my turn?
Mira, it is your turn.
I can't. If we're still in it, why are we still in initiative? So I can't
Hmm.
get all the way over to where the body is to close the fissure.
Yeah.
But I can
If you
try.
dash, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if you dash, you can get there.
Okay, and yeah, I'll dash over there and try to get
Mhm.
the fissure.
And so, what is it that you're trying to do?
Well, we have to collect the fissure to send it back to the orb.
Right, but how is it that you're going to try to do that?
Where's your little?
It's in my shoulder. Son of a bitch.
I mean, because if all you're going to do is just try to just throw yourself right on top of him and rub your shoulder on him, then I'll let you go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
Get him,
I may
girl.
as well. I don't really have a choice.
Slink
yeah,
over.
all right.
So yeah, shoulder
So-
slam onto the.
All right. So you
yeah,
guys,
shoulders.
so first of all, just for Nira and Amethyst, you guys did not experience any of what Ottercree did. As far as you saw, just a clean swipe just right through his neck, and that was it. You didn't hear or see any of the rest of that.
Gotcha.
But you do see Nira just in doing one of those full sprints, flying leap, landing shoulder down, right. Unless that's not how you would do it, but it sounds
Yeah,
like
that sounds
you're
about right.
And, as you land and you make contact with this fissure, you feel you feel it. It's a burning sensation, but it's not actually painful. You feel your body sort of energy shooting through your body, and you have a vision of just sort of a flash. It doesn't seem to take any time, and yet an image is burned into your head of it's back in the cave when you first saw Talia and Melicanth and their party using the stolen moment for the first time, but you're sort of seeing it from a different angle. You're seeing it as though you were standing in the portal that they're trying to close. And it's just for a moment, and you see it's a frozen like moment in time, and you see Melicanth holding up the stolen moment to use it, and there is fear on her face. And then you kind of blink, and your shoulder hurts, but it's the kind of good hurt, like the muscle soreness after working out. And you kind of tingles, and you look down, and the fissure is gone.
Yay! I did something.
Jumped on
Yeah.
his fissure.
Archie's still on fire.
Well, his compulsion, her compulsion.
Yeah. So we're not in initiative anymore. That was the remaining thing. But yeah, so Archie, yeah, you're still engulfed in flames.
Go roll in the
There's
mud.
a
No, so,
puddle right there.
No.
I mean,
love it.
so you can take the equivalent of an
No.
action to like pat the
Right,
flames
right.
out, and so
No.
you can do that, or you
I'm
want to roll
going
in the mud,
to-
or you're gonna just take it.
I'm going to sheath my sword.
Yeah, and so incidentally, as soon as you saw him dead and his head rolling in the mud, it's kind of like your vision just clears a little bit, and you're just like, oh wow, I mean, that was really intense, but you no longer have this compulsion.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to lay hands on myself.
All right.
Um,
Got the fire.
25. This brings me up to 38. I'm going to let the fire keep going.
All right. Yeah.
Pick up the head
Okay.
and walk it over to Doltor.
Okay.
And I'll toss it at his feet and say,
Thank you for your help.
thanks to your bravery, this false phoenix, devil-driven creature has been cast down. Great leader.
And the Doltur nods to you in respect, and then kind of just leans in and is like, got a little something.
Mm.
you are still on fire. And
Yeah.
that said, like, it hurts because you are actively being burned right now.
Right. Bing,
But at the same
bing.
time, I think you're aware how badass you look right now. Just walking along like it doesn't mean a thing, on fire. It's fine. I just killed a guy on fire. It's cool. I like it like that. And but then Dolter holds up the phoenix's hatching phoenix's head and like turns to shout at the crowd, as you can see, he was no true phoenix. He is not reborn from any ashes. He is dead. He meant to lead us against entire armies, and yet the 5 of us here have dispatched him.
4.
Oh, you're right. 4.
7.
Shush. Rude.
I was confused by how many pandas there were a minute ago. I'm not sure where they went. The point is, the hatching phoenix promised glory for the Legion, but he only sought glory for himself and meant to serve us to his master. But the Legion is not a coin to be spent. We are not given power, we take it. But we also know when the time for battle is right. And it is not now. We will return to our lands. And then he just drops the head and he starts walking in this direction, and he kind of turns a little bit back to you. When you are ready, please meet me at my command tent. We have much to discuss.
Flaming nod.
I'm going to scoop up a handful of mud and kind of slap it on Archie's back there. Seals the wounds too.
Yeah.
Right?
And meanwhile, Amethyst, what are you doing during all of this?
I'm laughing. I'm fighting the urge to join. You know what?
Yeah.
I walk over to the mud, me and my mimics, and the 4 of us grab a scoop of mud and we smear it on him too.
Yeah.
That's all the healing he gets now.
You have anointed him with mud.
Yes.
Thank you. That felt right, but that hurt.
You know,
All right.
you have the thaumaturgy cantrip. You could have just like made it look like you were on fire.
Oh my god. If you're still on fire, that's your problem.
All right. Well done,
Woo!
you guys. I think we'll probably call it for tonight. But you guys, you have just defeated the Hobgoblin Warlock, who had a fissure in his chest. You've closed another fissure.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You have faced a Hobgoblin army. You're victorious.
Walked in like badasses.
Like heroes of legend.
Yeah. I award you each 1,000 XP.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, so there will be more to discuss with Dolter as
Yes.
things develop, but I think we'll call it for tonight. Well done, you guys.
my
Yeah,
God.
good job. We didn't die. Well, most of us
Well.
didn't die.
There are some close calls there.
Let me ask you my failure thing. Does that reset when I get healed and come out of death, or does
Yes,
it?
as soon as it's completely reset as soon as you are conscious again.
Right on.
Can I ask another question on mechanics?
Yeah, sure.
We did the hit dice at some point. We all, I think almost all of us rolled hit
That
dice. When did
resets
those
after a long rest.
So technically, depending on how many you spent, you get back half of them in a long rest. So let's say you have, when you had 4, say, let's say you spent 2 and then did a long rest, you would get 2 back.
But
if
we've
you
done
had spent 3
2 long rests since.
I know, yeah. So I'm saying
so we're
your,
good.
your,
We're
hit,
totally
your hit
reset.
dice are full.
Okay. So after a long rest, you get half back, you said.
Yes,
you had
if
expended
you
any
have
during the short
spent more than
rest.
half, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, imagine that you have, like, when it says 5d8, like, literally imagine that you have 5d8 in your hand. And when you use one to recover hit points, you've spent it, and you only have 4 left in your hand. And so when you do a long rest, you can get up to half of your total back. But if you haven't spent that many, then you don't need to do that at all.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yay.
Oh my God, I can't believe we're all still alive.
Right?
Yeah.
Archie for the 3rd time.
Well, there's some close calls. I mean, believe it or not, we talked about the massive damage mechanic. That spell could have done it.
Yeah.
Because there was a roll, and I mean, obviously it was a lot of damage already, but it like basically max damage of that spell could have just killed you outright.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, see, and okay, I'm not going to tell you about different things that might have happened, because there's lots of different ways that this fight could go, and but I don't know. You guys did great, honestly. The Panda Squad, even if they didn't actually get any hit, was just an impressive visual. And you charging at this guy on fire to sever his head. How great is that? That's pretty great.
I'm so proud of you, Archie. You made super good choices.
And what I'll say too is Amethyst, that hold person spell was more crucial than because if you recall the bit where he seems to have to summon extra power to break out of it, that was an ability he had that he had to use to do that.
Yeah.
So, if he hadn't used it then, he could have used it for some other thing later. So you forced him to burn it for that.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're going to bring things to a close for tonight. But you have earned your rest, victorious warriors.
You said hatching Phoenix hidden panda. Oh my God.
I know. I almost snorted into the microphone a minute ago when I read it first.
Right. And thank you, those of you in the chat watching live. It's so great to have you along, and we're glad you seem to enjoy. And we'll be back next week
on so many levels.
So many levels.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.